And we are off.
This seed is bootless until boot. Yeah, that is
that's
correct.
about right.
Definitely a thing which can happen.
And we start out with a piece of heart there in Link's house as we begin the escape.
Little bit of love. And we've already had
very
a
quick match. Yeah, I went really quick. I didn't get a good look at it. Let me see if I can double check that on the restream.
I believe it was crystal, red crystal, crystal going around the usual path. So red crystal, desert palace, and then normal crystals.
Blue crystals in it too. I can confirm. All right, let's see what Uncles gives us here.
Most of us did.
Oh. Whoa, Bo, right out the gate from Uncle. That's a very big item to find in the first run. You know, you joked about saying it was going to be slow out of the gate. I think we can disagree with that. And Power Glove. What you're saying about not being very interesting there at the start?
Yeah, no, this is explosive. We haven't even got bombs yet. Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Though we do have some chance for some early tree pulls here, so we might see some early items. No, looks like most of them are not going to do the tree pull.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 with that tree pull. I don't know. It hates me in standard mode. Other modes is fine, but standard, no. I don't bother with that in the escape sequence normally.
But thankfully, with the bow, they are able to now kill some enemies as they head downstairs. They are going to have to watch their arrow count. They only have 30 arrows, but as long as they're not too crazy with it, they should be fine. Yeah. Most of our runners know how to use these arrows efficiently.
The question as well is, are you going to kill everything on the way, or are you going to just go quickly and hope that you find bombs on the way out? And everyone's just killing everything. It's like, I've got a bow. What do you want me to do? I'm going to kill everything that I see.
Yeah, what do you expect me to do? Come on. I have a weapon. I must use it. All right, so Wayne here is Ryu, going to be making look like he'd be the first one downstairs, though Chisame right on his heels, along with Cube. We've got 2 more chances for items here in the early going.
They found the map, and now they've found the small key, so every other chest in the escape sequence is definitely an item. So we're going to see a full clear. I mean, we're most likely to see a full clear anyway. But,
the only exception to that is they need those bombs if they want to check that last cave.
Yep.
So unless they find bomb or by some luck boots.
It has happened before. We had people go fast because they found boots in escape. We've had people go fast because they found the mirror in the first half of the escape. So instead of climbing all the way back up to the top of the main lobby again, they just mirror straight from the maiden chest.
Yeah, we got big 20 here, so not much there. They've got 1 more chance to get an item before they get to the back end where that bomb might be needed. Now, thankfully, because this is standard mode, they will not need the lamp for this part of the sequence. The sewers of Hyrule Castle will be partially lit as though they have the lamp, even if they don't. So that's going to be helpful for them. But after this, they will need the lamp to explore any dark rooms.
Yeah, that's one of the added benefits of standard mode is you have to do this part, so you get a freebie lamp, but just this once. Then after that, you have to make your own way through the dark, either with the lamp or without. If you do it without, that's you're crazy. You're sequence breaking there. The game developers hate you for that.
And yet, they do it all the time here in Randomizer. It is a very common occurrence, especially in places like Eastern Palace, where they pretty much know the dark rooms in that area like the back of their hand. But let us see here, as Wayne is going to be the first one to head into the throne room. I like our comment from one of our trackers, Red Armor. Zelda's beauty shining the way. That's why we have the lamp in there.
Yep, definitely.
I'm keeping that. I'm going to stick with that from now on. And here we go. Now, of course, the door locks behind him, so you cannot go back unless you, of course, have the mirror, or Death Warp, which, at this point, you're not going to really want to do.
No, not really. Yeah, I'll just waste some time and let the other people have a chance in this race. Wait, what?
Wayne getting a lucky bomb drop. He will be able to check the back end of escape.
Only person with a bomb so far, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, he got lucky on that one. He might be able to get something that the others won't be able to get for quite a while, and if there's a big item in that back end, that could be huge.
nothing lucky so far. Piece of heart in the chest in the dark room. So you're going to have to kill enemies if you want that bomb. And no luck so far for ZZ Cube. He's killed like 4 rats. And arrow count is going to be important now because they killed so many enemies at the start. They might not have enough to kill the rats or snakes and find the bomb at the end. So,
all right, let's see what Boyne gets here. We got 10 arrows, B-Torp, and Mirror. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This early on, having the mirror is very helpful.
Yeah, very useful, but just be sure you don't use it right now, because if you do, you're going straight to the entrance of Hyrule Castle, and that's just going to defeat the object. Let's not do that.
No, but having it this early on for later dungeons is going to be a blessing. So Boyne is probably really happy to have found that, though. That means Chisame will be the first to exit into the Sanctuary. What is waiting for them here? We get Blue Tunic. Ooh, some extra defense this early on. I will take that.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good then. Ideally, you look for a lot of heart containers early on, or you look for an armor upgrade, and there you go, armor upgrade. You don't need to find as many pieces of heart or heart containers to bolster your health. Obviously, they're going to be nice, because 3 hearts is nothing to sneeze at. It's quite dangerous, even with the blue armor.
Hey, Wayne not going to do a lumberjack kick, going straight into the Lost Woods. As a ZZ Cube, Chisame heading over into Eastern Palace area, going to check Sir Hassela's closet. Bit of an early gamble there. Ooh, big bomb drop from the tree pool. But look, big lucky break there. And Ether Medallion in the Lost Woods.
I mean, it's a great item, you just can't use it yet. They need a sword first.
True, but that ends up being one of the required medallions, and it looks like just a piece of heart in the lumberjack, and red meringue, little love, and both both boomerangs in Sir Hassela's closet. And I think we also saw a piece of heart in the Lost Force Thieves hideout.
Yeah, so both boomerangs, it's up to you which you decide is the best boomerang. Obviously, the answer is the green boomerang, the speed booster, if you're playing combo rando. But that's not this game, so you can argue red or blue. I prefer red, I'll be honest. I'm going out there and saying, partly because it annoys Vito, but partly because I just like the red boomerang.
And triple bombs there from the chest in the dam. Of course, using the mirror to help break remove that block out of existence. Chisame doing a very early Eastern Palace run. Again, big gamble for Chisame as ZZ Cube heading into the back into the Blind's hut. So we're getting a lot of big variations from all our runners. 10 arrows from the dam.
So I'm guessing that Chisame finding the bow in the escape sequence is just thinking, this is all I need. If I can do the dark rooms without the lamp, which most of our runners can do, then bow is the only thing that you need to get to the boss room. So very quick clear of Eastern is on the cards.
Also, we should mention ZZ Cube just found Titan's Mitts in the back end of Sir Hassela's Blind's hut, I should say. Big find. We've got Titan's Mitts already. All we need is a Moon Pearl, and we've got Dark World access.
Yeah, you're always looking forward to, it's like, I've got gloves and a hammer, or I've got golden gloves. Okay, where's the Moon Pearl? Where's it hiding? And then the answer is a pyramid, and you have to do Agawon. Anyway, terrible.
Frank 20 in Nagina's cave. And we're seeing the back of the well now. Heart piece back there. Still not finding much so far, except for that Titan's Mitts. And we got, oh, there's our first sword there in the well, but not much else.
So yeah, we have ZZ Cube and Lyra. Basically, they're taking the same route, and so they're both going to have equal progress at this point. So Chisame's already up to the big chest in East.
Indeed.
And finds the flippers. Oh boy.
Ooh, flippers this early on. Okay, so that. All right, so to respond to what Arier was saying, it's okay. It's a gamble in the fact that Chisame is missing a lot of major items early on, especially with what we found in the other places. Speaking of which, we've got Mini Moldorm Cave. Not looking like it's paying out much there, unfortunately. No, bit of a bust there. But this early, it's a gamble. going there instead of going to stuff like Kakariko and South Shore. But it's with flippers, I would not say it's a bad choice. Or it wasn't the wrong choice.
No, not really. And also, just getting through the dungeon, crystal in hand, hopefully ahead of everyone else, because everyone else is going to other places. So, if you're feeling that you're ahead because you've got a crystal in hand, then maybe that is the right play.
Again, it's not, like I said, it's not the wrong choice, especially since, yeah, Crystal Dungeon and you got flippers out of it. You certainly made a good call there. It's
Yeah,
just not
race
what you
tactics,
normally see.
everything goes out the window. Is normal route, I go up around here, and then I check this person, and then I talk to this guy, and then I open this chest. No, race tactics, everything goes out the window. You make gut calls, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people.
Indeed. Also, Ice Rod Cave and Race Game, neither of which paying off for any of our runners. So now Blaine's heading over to Eastern Palace, making this is more of the standard route that I'm used to seeing, though he is going to stop over and check Lake Hylia Island because he wants to see what's over there, and just triple bomb, so we won't be seeing that. As Triple Z Cube heading into the back end of Escape now, he's got his bomb, so he's going to be picking up his that mirror that he missed out on earlier, as is Lyra.
Yeah, and also being a bottle. That's also going to be useful. I mean, did we see a sick kid check? I don't think we did.
I don't think so. I don't think Boyne ever went. Boyne didn't go into Kakariko, so no, we have not seen a sick kid check yet.
So yeah, bottle. The progress for literally one item, but you never know. Sometimes it comes up. It comes up big.
I've seen it happen more. There's always that one location you skip out on early on, and then it turns out that has the item that you needed to go mode. And I've seen so many runners get completely destroyed because of it. I've seen races lost because of that one location.
Yeah, definitely it can happen. Boyne just had a quick chat with Shabadoo, and he told him the green pendant was at Skull Woods, so that's slightly more information for our runners.
That will be helpful information later on. Everyone else now doing the same runs that they've been doing. Chisame finishing up over in Eastern Palace. Boulain now entering as well.
Yeah, it seems most of our runners are headed over that way. But obviously, they've got South Strats to do first, ZZ Cube and Lyra headed. They've just done the dam, and now they're headed over to the mini Moldorm cave. And they will find disappointment.
Sadly, it's one of those things you have to check it because there's just so many potential items in those locations. It'd be foolish to skip them. But just in this case, it's not going to pay off for them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. A couple more bombs and arrows, but and a bit of money too, but yeah, 5 chests of not important items. That's a tough break.
Well, to be fair, the item spread has been pretty decent so far. I mean, look what we've got so far. We've got bow, we've got both boomerangs, Titan's mitts, flippers, mirror, ether medallion, blue mail. Like, we haven't exactly been like desperate for items at this point, so
out of the gate, as soon as we left the escape sequence and left Sanctuary, we've had a lot of route variation. There doesn't seem to be, any pointing direction. This sea doesn't seem to be linear just yet.
That is true. Yeah, because right now we can, the most we can do is Eastern. And there's still one potential item left as Chisame is about to head into the room for the Armos Knights. That might have something, but outside of that, there's really no other direction we can really go just yet.
We got a semi-joke hint as well. There's some cash in Ganon's Tower. Yeah, thanks, game. And I know you're trying your best, but that's not necessarily helpful.
Yeah, not a helpful hint, but not a troll hint. So yeah, kind of in between there.
Yeah.
As Chisame now taking on the Armos Knights. Gonna set up the basic strategy, take one out, do some good damage to the other, and then just stand on the other side and knock them all out in one quick go. No, oh, slipped up a little bit there. And down it goes, and gets a piece of heart for their troubles.
Yep. Touch and go with 1 arrow left, but yeah, that's not a bad fight.
And with that, Chisame gets our first crystal of the race. Very nicely done. And Boyne now right behind them, about to enter that same battle. So where do we go from here? With Titan's Mitts, no Moon Pearl, and only Bow, there's really not many locations we can go to. We may have to start saving up for some Zora money. That might be our next option.
Yeah, it's difficult, really. Most of the obvious places have already been checked. Chisame is now going over to the back of the escape because we have the bombs, we have the grey gloves. But Wayne picking up his crystal. So yeah, Zora seems nice. With the flippers as well, logical access to the Well of Wishing in the same area, but there's not going to be much else that is in logic at the moment. Not until you find Lamp or, dare I say it, you start charging up for that Master Sword and charging Aghanims Tower, because still no Moonpearl. That's dangerous.
Well, chat brings up one other point of location we do have on available is Sick Kid, so we do have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's weird now. Everyone has done the back of escape, and everyone has found that bottle, and yet no one has been back to Kakariko to do that. Oh, and we see an overworld glitch, and there we go, Houlihan room, and that's I think a clear indication of where Chisame is going next.
Pretty much.
I didn't even think of that. There's yeah, if you want the money to be quick, then how many there? 6 by 9 by 5 is some money plus tax. 270 rupees.
Yeah, I think it's around 270 or at least 250. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. 225. Now, Red, stop making sense. Come on. Terrible. So yeah, we see Wayne's already headed over that way. He's going with 486, so risky move. He's hoping he's finding at least 14 rupees by the time he gets to King Zora.
And he's not, because he just got Cape and Piece of Heart.
Cape doesn't really do much either at this point, because both of the locations that require Cape are Spike Cave and the Bumper Cave, and they're both in the Dark World, so no Moonpearl, no dice.
And he's going to try to farm some rupees there off the Zoras in the area. Oh, there's a big 20 right there. There's your money. If you want to go the long way around.
Yeah, and continuing on, so at this point is, hey, what the hell? It may work out. It may be a scam, but you know, we've seen one sword total. We've not seen a lamp. We've not seen a Moonpearl. I think this is going to be big. I don't see how it can't be. I don't see how it can't be big at this point.
It's either here or Sick Kid.
Yeah, he's going to get the big 20. I mean, what are the options? You leave Zora's domain, farm up 14 rupees, and then go back to... No, the big 20 is there for a reason. It's there to troll. It's buying whatever he's got. It's going to be a big scam. Terrible.
Well, let's find out here as he's about to head over to Zora. Is it going to be life lesson, love lesson, or will it indeed be worth?
The answer is fries. Quoting good old Grandmaster Ben Feingold. And it was fries. Terrible.
It was scammed again. Trust triple bombs. So if I'm looking at my map correctly here, because I've got my own tracker up to keep track of things, yeah, all that's left is Sick Kid. That has to be the play.
Yeah, that was explosive. Yeah. Terrible. Chisame's going to be feeling really bad as well as like, I went to Houlihan room for this, rawr! Oh dear. So what do you think? I mean, Sick kid, what could he possibly have? He could have another, like, troll item. Here, have a mushroom, go and see the witches. Here, have a shovel, go back to the Haunted Grove. Here, have a book.
It could be either one of the... Yeah, that's some of the few items we could see. The two big ones we want to see are either the lamp, which will give us logical access to Death Mountain, or the Moon Pearl. But stuff like also flute could also be in play. That would open up Death Mountain in another way. So yeah, there's several things it could be. But let's find out, because I think Blaine, after he finishes up here in the tavern, is going to be checking Sick Kid.
And she's made... No slash rage? Okay. I was expecting maybe a little bit.
All right, here we go. And it's...
It's a flute.
Did I call it, or did I call it?
Flute was a good play, and that's a nice item. That gives us access to Mire eventually. Some of our runners already having golden gloves. The only problem with that is no moon pearl. So yeah, it looks like the mountain holds some sort of access now.
Indeed, and especially
that was never in doubt, but now we can get there logically.
Yeah, and technically we can access some aspects of Mire indirectly. Like we can, or at least some of the things that you would normally have to go through Mire, such as Checkerboard Cave and the Desert Ledge, or we can go through Desert Palace that way. But ladies and gentlemen, the National Anthem, the Link to the Past anthem is now in play. So it's my duty to announce that, ladies and gentlemen, the goose is loose.
Toot, I have a flute. Now give me duck. Yeah.
So once Blaine finishes up here in Kakariko, getting all the stuff that he missed out on earlier, that is probably going to be his next stop. Is most likely going to be Death Mountain. Like that's like the play you normally make.
Yeah. The good news is that Agawon is still out of logic because someone just pointed out as soon as you get the lamp, you have lamp, sword, cape. Oh, hi Agawon, how you doing? It is still possible. And
it's a slim chance, but never discount this game from being trolly. If there's anything I've learned, this game will troll you in the worst ways possible if it can.
Yeah. So they still have Old Man if they want to rescue him out of logic. They have top of Spectacle Rock, inside Spectacle Rock, Tower of Hera, and that's it. They don't have access to the east side of Death Mountain just yet.
And technically, they don't really have much of Tower of Hera if it ends up being a basement run, because if it's basement, they don't have a fire source. So that is a gamble going to Tower of Hera.
Yeah, it could just be an item in there, in which case it's an item locked out. They only get one out of the two. Or it could be the big key in the basement, like in the vanilla game, in which case you're sad and you have to cry.
Admittedly, watching ZZZ Cube when playing the Hoarder Sprite, I keep forgetting that bush is going to be there permanently, because I keep thinking, why don't you just throw the bush?
Yeah, it's making you slow.
Oh, looks like Blaine is going to go the desert route. And we got our first look
at the map.
Blue
Red
pendant at. No, sorry, blue pendant at Mire, red pendant at Dark Pod, and Crystal 6 at Ice.
Yeah, Palace of Darkness pendant as well. That's gonna be a kick in the shins, really, seeing as you found the bow. You're like, oh, bow, that gives me lots of access to Palace of yeah, okay. But yeah, they might. Oh,
Master Sword.
All they need is a lamp. All they need is a lamp.
And I think that's where Blaine is heading now. He's going to check Checkerboard Cave to see, because Chad was like, Checkerboard Pearl? We're going to find out here soon. Our eyes are strictly on Blaine right now. He's the only one who's been able to check these new locations. Will it be the Pearl?
No.
No! Big 20.
Big 20. Well, you can still try and do things inside desert. At this point, you do have access because you have the mirror. But yeah, it's going to make you sad.
Oh, Blaine's going for he's going for Super Bunny. Super Bunny Mire Shack.
Yeah. The Super Bunny is obviously easier for the cave it's named after on Death Mountain, but he's able to get a Tempered Sword.
Ooh!
20 rupees. So we have the Hot Cheeto Sword. As some
That is
it's
a good find this early on.
Yeah, it's a significant upgrade to your damage, and obviously it makes the end of the game very nice as well. The Ganon fight, especially. It looks like ZZZ Cube is headed that way as well, and taking a little bit of damage from the Murderdactyl. Gotta be careful there.
Indeed. We got a small key on the torch, which means boots are required.
As I said, we're not running this. This is fine.
More blueberries there in desert, so that's all he can find. He can't check anything else because the big key has to be on right side desert, and you can't get access to that without the small key unless you want to do a bit of a sequence break, but not gonna risk it here today.
No, not right now. That would be disastrous. Oh, we have a Dratini for Lyra. That's cute.
I love that.
We also saw briefly ZZ Cube check the Maya requirement, and it's the Quake medallion to get in there.
Aha!
So that could be interesting. It is a pendant dungeon, and at the moment we don't know what's on the pedestal. But there could be some good items in there anyway, so they may need to dip into that. So there's some good knowledge.
Boy, now gonna rescue the old man. He's going to. This is a sequence break since you're required to have the lamp in logic to be able to do this. But most of our owners can do this without too much trouble. So
yeah, and it's nice when you get out as well. You get the extra save point. You can just save warp up to the top of the mountain now, rather than having to use the flute every time you want to get up there.
Indeed, but you also get 50. He also got 50 rupees for a shovel. So up to Spectacle Rock we go. He's got to hope for one. There's one of few things. Obviously, the Moon Pearl is the big one we want to find up there. But the other things we could also look for are either the hammer or the hook shot, which allowed him access to East Death Mountain, which could get him access to a ton more items. So let's see what he finds. And on Spectacle Rock is just a big 20. And he's not even going to check Spectacle Rock Cave. He's going right in.
Yeah. There's also a hint tile right next to the item, whatever it is. And you have to pick up the item to get to the tile, so it makes sense at this point that you go for it. It's 3 bombs. It's not great because he's already got maximum, which is 10. But the hint tile... Oh,
a unique item can be dug up. That means shovel may be in play for the seed.
Yeah. That's a big hint, actually. I mean, it could be terrible. I mean, the unique item could be something that you don't necessarily need, like half magic or the net, or it could be something incredibly essential, like the Moon Pearl, because no one's found it yet. Yeah. So, what's left is the question in chat. What is left? Well, we're looking at Tower of Hera. It has 2 items, and one of them could be locked behind a fire requirement, fire rod or lamp. And
oh, well, there ends the Agar run. We have Moon Pearl.
And I am sad. I am now sad.
Yeah,
I wanted to see twist the knife a little bit more. Oh.
No.
Oh. Tower of Hera big key requires fire access in Tower of Hera, and yeah, picks up the small key to confirm that, but so, yeah, Tower of Hera is now fire locked. Until we find something of value, we won't be able to complete the Tower of Hera. But they found the Moon Pearl. Yay, Dark World access. French vanilla? Yeah, we can call it that. It's in the right place, but just not the right chest.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Brian's decided to go for the Skullwoods check immediately, even though no fire, as we have previously mentioned.
And it's also a pendant dungeon, though it is green pendant, so that might open up the item possibility should he decide to want to come back here.
That's true. going all the way to the back part first, which makes sense, because you're not going to progress onwards, so you might as well go for the furthest chest and work your way back towards the entrance, and then you can head to Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts afterwards. And gets a small key for the effort. It's not bad. And we see our other 3 runners are on Death Mountain. Chisame is rescuing the old guy, and Lyra and ZZ Cube have all picked up their Moon Pearl, and then going to be disappointed that they can't complete the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah, pretty much. And big 20 there for Skullwood.
Yeah, it's that first item as well, so... And a map. Oh dear.
This is not looking good.
So, yeah, Skullwoods looks like a bust right now, so ignore the rest of the dungeon, and yeah, Village of Outcasts Thieves Down makes more sense. So.
Absolutely. This is usually the play that I'll have, but he is going to take a stop and check over at Bumper Cave. If there is something there, he can get it immediately since he has the cape. Let's see if this plays out. And nope, just blueberries.
More explosions. Yeah.
And explosions to make a Michael Bay franchise.
Just gonna keep on going. It's like, I've got a mirror. We can do the graveyard ledge. Why not? Why not indeed?
There's a small risk here since you don't have boots, can't check King's Tomb, and you don't want to risk having to come back here since it's kind of out of the way. But you never know. This could pay off, and I could be completely wrong.
I mean, it could be interesting if you have to save and quit to the Sanctuary at any point. I don't know why you would, you've got the mirror and the flute, but if you do, then the King's Grave and the Bonk Rocks are adjacent, so it's not as big of a time loss as going to the Graveyard Ledge and finding nothing, which just happened. Oops.
Yep.
So all of our runners are having the same sort of idea. Go to Skullwoods now and figure out what's available there, and then when you get disappointed, just go to Thieves Town instead.
Makes the most sense. It's the route I've seen most runners do when it comes to going to the Dark World from that entrance point. If that's their first way in, that's usually what you do. You go to Skullwoods for a quick check, regardless of whether or not you can actually do it, and then you do Village of Outcasts. So that's what we're going to be seeing now. Dwayne now heading into the Sea House and gets a piece of heart.
Piece of heart. It's, well, we are still running blue armor, and most of our runners still have 6 hearts. That's still, like, danger territory at this point. It's you want your health to be up, because there are some things which deal the same amount of damage at all levels of armor, like the fireballs which come from Zora, from Blind, all the same amount of damage, so you do want some extra buffering for your health situation.
Indeed. Big 20 there from the Abominable Hut, and Dwayne is going to go ahead and head straight down and go check out what's going on with Alec Baldwin at the digging game.
Yeah, you're going to have to find out now, was that one hint referring to this place, or is it referring to the actual dig spot? And the answer is right. It could be anything. And
Das Boots! What are those?
Fun times.
And
now we get to go fast.
Yeah, and now that sudden that graveyard ledge check seems a little off because, yeah, he could have just gone here and got the boots and come back and checked King's Tomb at the same time.
Yeah, that's the risk you take. You didn't know it was going to be boots until it was boots. and as Uncle said, this run is bootsless until the boots are found.
He wasn't wrong.
He's not wrong.
And we're now going to go ahead and drop off good old Jeremiah, the swordsmith.
Well, it's like Blind says sometimes as well. Sometimes Misery Myrit's locked behind Bombos, Ether, or Quake. He's not wrong.
I also got a mushroom at the chest game and a heart container for, so they're heartsmiths today.
Lyra is headed into Thieves Town, and first up, big key. That's a good one if you're planning on doing the 4 and out, because there are 4 chests at the front and 4 chests at the back. One of the first 4 chests must have the key.
Indeed. Let's see what else we find. There's the compass. That's not good. You kind of want to get items out the first 4 chests if you can. That way, even though they're going to have to do Thieves Town regardless, because it is a crystal dungeon. You know, if you're not able to do it right yet, you kind of just want to get the key, get the items, and get out.
All our runners do have the cape at this point, so that's the good news. Is the cape is one of those safeties against blind if things start to go skew-if. Good word, by the way. Oh, but they've got a tiny plastic shield to help them. Wait.
Yeah, not exactly. And there's the map. So yeah, front end of Thieves Town, a bit of a bust.
Yeah, it's not being great at all. Fortunately, the only upside is they still haven't found the small key, and if they don't find the small key by the time they get to Blind's chest, they don't need to do the big chest. Which would be great, because none of our runners have the hammer, and the big chest is locked behind the hammer. It's the only thing that you can't do in this place.
And the big chest in Thieves Town is probably one of the trolliest locations in this game, in this randomizer, because it just how hard it is to get back to. If you don't get it in your first run, you're gonna leave it behind, and if it has something important, it will haunt you.
Yeah. That can be a run ender. We have seen it time before where people have gone, it's fine. I've got every item that I need. I don't need to do the big chest. Oh dear. Oh very dear.
I've commentated a race where that happened.
Yeah, I have also done the same. If you feel bad when it happens, but you also feel, how did you forget that you didn't do that? Ah, no. And yeah. But obviously we can't talk to the racers while they're racing, so yeah.
Yeah, also got a hint from the hint tile there, heart container in Mimic Cave. So Mimic Cave will likely be skipped by anyone who checks that tile, which is actually a good thing because it's one less thing to worry about, especially when they have to eventually do Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Turtle Rock is one of those they have to do because it's a crystal. But that's just one less check. Mimic Cave, you normally just tie it in to Turtle Rock. Because you normally have the mirror when you go in there, not always. Worst run I've ever had.
I also got 10 arrows there from the attic chest there in Thieves Town, which is obviously useless, but that does mean that's one less item for them to have to worry about. So 2 more item chests in this dungeon. That's a problem.
Yeah. This is the point where you start setting alarms, because no small key. If we find the small key, we're going to have to come back here, and you have to set like alarms and reminders. Alexa, remind me when to go back to these.
Oh, kind of like that.
Yeah. And then of course, Alexa play Despacito because now you're set.
Because yeah, at this point there's 2 items remaining, and there's only 2 locations left: Blind and the big chest. Ooh, Zizi, you've been Chisame checking a mirror cave and finding only a big 20 there.
So someone forgot to turn off their Alexa listening to them where they were commentating, and Alexa tried to play Despacito. Wow, that shows me. Funny story.
And just a piece of heart from Blind.
Ah. Well. That sucks. Because now there's a chest that they can't check, and they might have to come back for it. No! Not again!
Alright, Hyper Gripe Cave time for Chisame. What do we got in here? Big 20 to start things off. And we got 300 rupees. That would have been nice earlier. Big 20, piece of heart, and heart container. Trash cave!
Yeah. But the good side is we can take that money and go see King Zo. Oh, wait. I'm sure we could just put it in the bank. We've definitely got a lot of locations that we need to spend money at again.
Yeah, we also saw the purple chest turned in. Only some blueberries there as well. So not much going on here. And CZ Cube could have checked the hint tile in the Swamp Palace. Unique idol. Thanks, game. Thanks. Yeah, we kind of already figured that out.
Oh dear. Okay, so the game is trolling our runners, but not in the way that we thought it was going to be. It's just
Right?
this is just the game being bad now, not being funny.
No. And looking at my tracker right now in terms of what we've got and what is accessible, there's really only a few locations that haven't been checked. We've got Catfish, we've got Pyramid, we've got Mushroom that got picked up earlier that has been turned in, we've got Bonk Cave, and we've got King's Tomb. Those are the main in-logic locations we can check.
I'm wondering if any of our runners are actually just trying to hold on to the mushroom as long as possible so that they can trade a fake pounder glitch. But that actually does depend on them getting the hammer and the red... Oh no, they don't need the hammer, they just need the red cane.
They need the cane. They just need the cane of Samaria for that, yeah.
So, I mean, it could happen, but how long do you want to hold on to that mushroom? Because, you know, it could be stopping other progress. Or it could be, you know, more of the same. 3 bombs, heart container, 20 rupees. Oh, okay. So, Chisame has found the lamp in the Alu Stoops chest in Swamp, so now we have lamp. We have fire.
Doesn't know about much, but it does open up a few locations. Also, we should note, with Boots now in play, we also do have access to Full Clear Desert Palace. That is still also back in play if anyone wants to run that later.
Yeah, now that we have that lamp, Tower of Hera as well, and we know the big key's in the basement, we need that lamp to finish that. So, yeah, the 2 Light World dungeons which we haven't seen anyone complete, they're now all back in logic. Most of our runners having done Thieves Town, or looking like Thieves Town is an option, so that's 4 crystals already in play. That's half of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, it looks like ZCZ Cube is going to make his early run into Pod. With Bow and Arrow, he will be able to access quite a bit without too much trouble, though without Hammer, it will be tricky. We'll have to see how this plays out. There's the small key to start things off. Pod, known as Dr. Bobtastic, calling it the Mullet Mansion. Oh, 300 rupees from the mushroom.
Don't do shrooms. Don't do shrooms, they're bad.
Yeah. But yeah, Pod known as the Mullet Mansion by Dr. Bobtastic because most of the keys are going to be located in the front. Most of the items are usually located in the back. So like any good mullet, it's business in the front, party in the back.
I've never heard that before. I'm stealing that.
Make sure you credit Dr. Bobtastic. That was his idea. King's Tomb check here. Ooh, another bottle. That's not bad.
I haven't seen anyone use that bee yet as well, so having another bottle, who knows, we might keep that bee and use it against Mothula. Some cash is in Turtle Rock, says the hint tile in Palace of Darkness. ZZ Cube is headed there, and yay, we always love to know where some cash is. That's one of the worst hints in the pool. Some cash, wow. What a world.
And we also missed Wayne checking out Bonk Cave, finding just to 10 arrows in there, so that is also a bust. We're quickly running out of locations. We might have to start dungeon diving again. He's going to go ahead and check Lumberjack Cave since we missed that earlier, since he didn't check that earlier, seeing a heart container. And Chisame actually went into desert, taking on Land Molas here. Might find something.
Yeah, Tempered Sword. Having, you know, the actual things that you can do, and not having to do silly super funny glitches. But yeah, Tempered Sword and yeah, Land Molas should be I say it's gonna be short work and then she just kills it. I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to complicate. Oh well. So yeah, Lambo down and what, Tower of Hera next? I don't think
Pod having powder.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense now. It's like, we have the mushroom, now we have the powder. We don't need to go check the witches, maybe.
Well, I've already checked the witch anyway, so that didn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just don't do it. 300 rupees is nothing. Anyway, it is. You feel bad when you get to this point in the game and you're suddenly getting, yeah, here's more money, more money. What am I gonna spend this on?
Potions, maybe?
Market. Capitalism doesn't work in Hyrule because Link just owns all the money.
There's the compass there for ZZZ Cube as Blaine now entering pod, and Chisame heading back in the Tower of Hera.
So yeah, we're gonna see possible coffee break soon for Chisame.
And ZZZ Cube gonna be heading into the Dark Maze and pod. One of the trickier dark rooms in the game, to be fair. And Chisame is set up. Coffee break strat.
Yay! Now there's some strats we can get behind. Just take a moment and think, how did I get to this point? Why am I doing this? Who am I? Where am I? And then you wake up and like, oh yeah, I'm still in Tower of Hera basement. Let's continue.
Alright, now the Triple Z Cube actually in the pod Dark Maze. Again, this is trickier, especially since we may not even know what item he picks up in here. He's gonna have to check his item stats later.
Yeah. Lyra's gonna be disappointed. Doing desert right now because of the boots, but no lamp, so no completion at the end.
No.
Oh, I mean, all the items, but all two of them. Oh, trying to get past those Baris in the bow side of Palace of Darkness. Wayne just ends up running into one anyway. Feels bad. Oh. Another hint which didn't help anyone. Chisame's finding it out that the flippers are in the Eastern Palace.
Oh,
wink,
someone
wink.
call Phantom Ryu, because that's gotta be Kane!
Heh. We got a red cane, and oh goodness, now let's think. Maya, with boots you have logical access, so yeah, I think that actually does it.
We can't go into Mire, we don't have Quake.
Yeah. That old chestnut.
Oh, and Trolldorm strikes.
1-0. I keep score against Moldor when I'm doing runs. It's I get a point every time I kill him. He gets a point every time he knocks me off the platform. So 1-0 so far. But yeah, Temper Sword is gonna make short work. You only need one spin and one slash, and that's a dead snake thing. Map's not great, but we already full cleared the place anyway. The crystal's the important thing here.
Indeed, and that's 3 crystals for Chisame, so Chisame on a roll here. Still needs to go back and finish Thieves Town, but still, all the Light World dungeons now cleared.
Yeah. You know that Thieves Town is going to be good as well with the items that you have. Well, minus the hammer. The others need some work. Hammer and hookshot, fire damage for Ice Palace as well, and Turtle Rock is Turtle Rock. So let's not talk about that until we have to. Oh, actually looks like using a tiny bit of magic there, so I think with the red cane setting up for the fake powder glitch, actually. We did talk about that earlier, and we forgot to mention it again once CZQ picked up the powder, but yeah, there we go.
We'll see if it pays off. Yeah, burning through their magic. They're gonna set up. You can go enter the well through the mirror instead of having the hammer. So this works out for really well.
Here's something I didn't know as well. You can do the fake powder glitch with the powder as well. So I was at a point where I didn't have any magic. I didn't know where to get any magic from because I had no money either. But I had red cane and powder, and apparently fake powder works with the actual powder too. Who knew? It's crazy.
And only a bloopy for the troubles.
Yeah. Sour taste in the mouth is like, I've burnt my entire magic meter for 5 rupees. Please. I'm worth more.
So that leaves us 2 possible item locations in Logic, which is Pyramid and Catfish. That is all that has not been checked yet.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I've been keeping track.
And they do have access to those, because they have ridiculousness. You can swim over to that area, and
well, they already did that to get to Pod, so yeah, I think if anyone, I think Boyne's gonna be the first one to check those locations.
Yeah, he's in the right place at the right time. Yeah, going over for Pyramid first makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. It's the only, it's right there. It's already on the way. You're gonna head up that way anyway, so might as well.
Yeah. And little speed. Never killed anyone. Wait.
Just a piece of heart.
Piece of heart. That doesn't feel good. So yeah, Catfish. Hi, how you doing?
And yeah, there's got to be something in Catfish. There has to be, or else it's soft locked. Because we checked everything else according to. I've got the emo tracker running right now, so I know what they've done and where they've gotten. I know what's left.
Well, Dwayne and ZZG Cube, they found Quake in the Palace of Darkness. So, Maya, yeah, how are you doing?
Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that. Okay, so Myers in play.
So, yeah, they've not got the red cane. We know that's in Tower of Heaven, but you have to go to Swamp, which you know you can't do anything beyond the first chest. And it just so happens the lamp is in the first chest. So, yeah. Now they've got to, like, think hard about where they can and cannot go. Jisube's going to be fine.
Here's the thing. Since Meyer is a pendant dungeon, they don't actually need Cane of Samaria. That's only if you're going to full clear it, but they're likely not going to since it's a pendant. They're just going to get the items and go, and you don't need Cane for that. So this is the play no matter what you do.
They're just going to be happy for the red cane later, because you do need that for Turtle Rock. That's not negotiable. Yeah.
Well, they're going to be heading to Tower of Hera eventually, because that's a crystal dungeon. So they're gonna get that cane before too long.
Yeah. While they're in the same area, they might consider completing the rest of the Desert Palace, but again, we still haven't found the lamp or the fire rod, so they're going to be locked out of Desert until they decide they find the lamp in Swamp Palace, or we still have no idea where the fire rod is either, so...
That's true. And chat points up makes one, our tracker makes a very good point here. There is still one possibility if there's an item on Vitreous. If he has a unique item on him, then yes, cane is required. But
yeah,
odds are good, that's a slim chance. That's not exactly a high chance. It's not slim, but it's not exactly high.
Yeah, there are only, how many? 2 items in Misery Mire, and I can't even remember how many chests. It's been so long since
There's a ton of chests in Misery Mire, but a lot of them are keys and, of course, dungeon items. There's 2 unique items in Misery Mire, so...
That's important. So, that's the only one I remember. But yeah, Vitreous having... the item on himself, that would be... Yeah, pain. Pain. Well, there we go. Here comes the Maya check now. Can't complete Desert, so might as well go to the other dungeon, which is immediately accessible in the same area. Wait, I'm making sense. Stop me. Someone stop me. ZZZ Cube and Chisame now in the blind fight as well, and being told not a bright future.
I'm known for making bad puns, but these puns make me look like a comic genius by comparison, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, as I tell him many times, that pun was bad. Now I have to kill you because of that. The truth hurts.
All right, so pretty much at this point, all eyes are on Boyne, since he is the only one in Misery Mire that could potentially find something. He's got a 2 out of 9 chance here of finding a big item. And Small Key to start things off.
Sometimes you're hoping for a small key there, sometimes you're really not. So I think items are more important than completing the dungeon, so small key, no. You want an item, really, so you don't have to keep exploring this place. Oh dear. Dungeon items, ahoy. Nothing else.
I sense trolling afoot.
And they have big feet, too. And grabbing the small key, going back for the item on that railing. Let's see.
Oh, Chad brings up a good point. There's another thing that could be slowing Wayne down. He still doesn't have a fire source.
Oh,
and a big key could be blocked.
He is stuck now. No big key, and I think that means there's only one item he can check, and that's the chest over here. He's got 3 spore keys, so that's not a problem. Item or big key? Let's go. Big key. That's just an item quest check now. He can get to the back. He can't get to the boss, and he can check the big chest. So yeah. And disappointment. Correct. Correct.
You are correct. Disappointing. Didn't get a single actual item out of that dungeon. All of the item chests are blocked.
It leaves 2 items behind the fire source and 1 item behind, logically, the lamp and also the red cane. So, yeah, that dungeon's terrible. Someone should complain.
Kidding.
Dear sir, I wish to write a complaint about this dungeon, which I experienced on the... that's not going to do you anything. It's all random. Everything's random. Except when it isn't.
So Boyne has to go to Swamp to get the lamp. That swamp is going to throw everybody off. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, unless you were deciding, ooh, I want this extra hint, that there is no reason for you to go to Swamp right now without the hammer or the hookshot. So... that's why we call it the Stoops chest, because every time Alucard decides, yeah, I'm going to skip that chest, there's obviously something good there. So the confuse the Alucard, and you know, I mean, you don't even go there in the normal any percent run. That's where you find the map, I think. So there's no reason to go there until there is a reason that you have to go there. Truth hurts.
Indeed.
Chisame cashing in the mushroom and 300 rupees. It's nothing to sneeze at, but we found all this money so late in the game where we don't actually...
kind of useless now.
Terrible. There were rumours that they're probably going to try... well, I shouldn't say, but there's like... is there a reason to have a thousands digit for the rupees? And well, after you visit Zora, not really.
Not really, yeah. Now she's heading over to Catfish, gonna be equally disappointed there.
I agree. Chat says the Swamp Hera play is paying off big time. Yeah, when you have a fire source, you're 2 crystals ahead of everyone else. I would say that's a significant lead.
Indeed, and the longer that Chisame, the sooner Chisame gets to Mire and starts checking out those other items that the others can't, the better play it's going to be for them. Because right now, for Chisame, that is the play.
I might have to make a bold prediction as well. I reckon that the Fire Rod is on that side. The reason why people aren't getting any progress done is I reckon the Fire Rod is fire locked.
Given what we've got so far, I won't say it's the only possibility, but I certainly wouldn't disagree with the idea.
It's not the only possibility, but it's definitely, I think that may be the reason why there's so little progress in the fire locked dungeons, is because the Fire Rod could be fire locked. I don't know. pit.
Well, technically, no matter what, it is, because even if there is another item, whatever that item leads to is technically fire locked because of it. So yeah, at this point, that is pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like speculating like this. Just,
I hear you.
No
Oh, wait, Boyne is making the move.
Yeah, finding the lamp now, that's going to set him on a course, and having done all of Pod, and now obviously we see they did the Maya with the Quake Medallion too, possibly going back to Maya and getting there ahead of Chisme. He still has to do all of the Pod items to find where Quake was. We actually didn't really pay much attention when other players were in Palace of Darkness, so I actually don't remember where that medallion was.
Quake Medallion, I believe it was in Pod. I think it might have been the Dark Maze. It was in one of the dark rooms for sure.
Yes. We'll be able to see because we have the lamp. Oh, amazing.
It's a miracle. And Boyne is going to head into the back end of the desert to start things off before going back into Mire. Not a bad call. He does need to get that crystal. And chat confirming, yeah, the Quake was in the Rupee basement.
Yeah.
Of the other dark room.
It makes sense. It's rooms we can't see, and sometimes the items don't show up because, you know, dark rooms. She's maybe being the only person with the lamp, so we'll be able to confirm it. But, yeah, this is an interesting how this seed has played out so far.
It is. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of like required routing. So normally by now, East Death Mountain would have already opened up, but it's still completely blocked off because they don't have the hammer or the hook shot.
And it's just the way of going about it as well. The seed, in theory, is linear because you have to go through this set progression to get. You have to get this item to get the next item. You have to get this item to get the next, and so on. But it leaves a lot of wiggle room, so this is why we've seen all of our runners go through different routes trying to find these items, because so much is available, and yet there's so little which has been made available. Yeah, we're going through all sorts of double, triple dips now. None of the flavorful kinds, like sour chive and onion. We're talking like the stuff people leave to last. Thousand Island sauce, you know?
Indeed.
What the heck even is Tara Masalata? So, yeah. Chisme is now headed into the bat. Lyra's picked up 20 rupees in the big chest. That's not great either. Now just leaving. It's like, I'm sick of you, Pod. You've done me nothing.
Understandable there. Blaine heading back into Mire now. Again, won't be able to full clear because he does not have the cane. But with that lamp, he's going to be able to check at least those two chests on the left side. There's the Quake Medallion for Chisme.
Yep, in the validation arrow check. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone wonders where you've actually found the single arrow in that game, you actually find it in the left chest of that dark room. I didn't know. I actually found it out when I started studying any percent. That was crazy. I thought it was just a joke item that got introduced. No, it's an actual chest in the real game.
And now it's just become the ultimate meme, the vampire skewer, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this pays off. 10 arrows.
First items, more toothpicks. I didn't even need them.
No.
It's like, oh wow, I'll make great use of these 10 arrows. I'll put them on the floor. I can't carry them. What do you want me to do, game? Oh yeah, having to do this manually as well. No quick strats because we don't have item pushing and cheating. And oh wow.
This feels weird watching this, but he gets it.
Yeah.
And now for the worst cutscene in the game.
Yeah, a long cutscene where seemingly nothing happens. Also, Wizroads. And they don't even know what's going on either. They're just frozen in place.
They're so stunned by the by him getting past him and causing that.
The beauty. Piece of heart requires the green pendant. Damn.
You're just gonna troll us everywhere, aren't you, game? Come on. All right, last chance. Oh, Vitreous has an item. Triple dip.
Oh no. Well, at least we know that Skullwoods is a bust. I mean, that's the only good side. Shabadoo has nothing.
Yeah, well, he could still have, the green pendant's a dud, but there is still one more item in Skullwoods, so...
Oh, no. This is just silly. Game, you're being silly. Stop that. Stop.
Stop being silly!
Monty Python now. Oh, we're going to stop this sketch now. It's being far too silly.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure this is what all the other runners are thinking as well. This game is just way too silly. We've had enough. It's time to stop. See, I swear this game is sentient because it's like this is really going to be a really weird reference. Everyone's read the comic Girl Genius. The castle in that, it's really dangerous, and the reason why, the castle thinks it has a sense of humor. And the game is the same. This game thinks it has a sense of humor. I swear. If it could actually think for itself, it'd be dangerous.
And Chad points out there is still one other scary possibility here. Because...
the pedestal is still available. Oh, God.
Pedestal is still in play. Not highly, but... both, either rod... Oh, no, Fire Rod can't be because Skullwoods, but Ice Rod and Hook Shot.
Hook Shot
can be on.
Hook Shot's funnier. Because normally when you get to Mire in the vanilla game, you just think, no questions, you use the Hook Shot to get across. Randomizer logic, you can make that jump with the boots, so you don't need the Hook Shot for this dungeon, which of course means, yeah, Hook Shot is available for Pedestal. That's terrible. It's funny, but it's terrible.
Now everyone's like, I could just feel the chat just like twiddling their fingers. Could we be seeing a ped seed?
Well, we've got all the other trolls out of the way. No Aga 1, so return to the default. Here's the pedestal for you instead. Yeah. Wild goose chase for a hook shot, and then you find it on the pedestal. It was there the whole time. You just didn't have the book to read the pedestal, so shame on you.
Wayne now getting his cane of Samaria.
Correct. We haven't found the blue cane yet. That's my girlfriend in chat, by the way. Everyone say hi.
Hello!
But yeah, she owns the blue cane, and she's not telling us where she put it. Curses.
Sad part is that it's kind of useless anyway, so really there's,
yeah,
we're not
we have
desperately looking for it.
We have the cape, but that's a thing. No one's done Spike Cave, have they?
No, well, Spike Cave's technically not available because they don't have hammer.
Yeah, hammer, of course. Ah! I get tense whenever I get like this far into a game and I haven't found the hammer or the hookshot. It's like I've done something terrible. What have I done? What have I done? And it's like, no, you've done everything correctly. It's just this game is awful. It's not you, the player. Yeah. It's the game.
This is why I've got my tracker up so I know exactly what they can do. And yeah, the only thing that right now they have to do Mire. That is literally the only thing that's available to them is Mire. So they have to kill Vitreous.
Very nice tactics there. Actually getting the cane dash off, that can be difficult. I don't know why. The red cane just doesn't like dashing. Everything else, fine. I don't know. But you don't have the fire rod, so we can't do the spooky glitch. No! No! Terrible! This game just makes me sad. Because it's like, look at all these things that you can't do!
I can tell. I can hear you losing your mind over there.
It's doing a dance. It's like, look at me. And no, I don't want to look at you. You're being terrible. Ah.
Now we're on to Vitreous. Could be a little tricky with only regular arrows, so Chisame is going to go for cape strats here. With Temper Sword, this probably is probably the best way to do it. Quickly takes him out. Now just use the bow.
And it's what, 8 arrows? 8 arrows.
Yeah, and down it goes. What was it? Was this all worth it? What do we got?
Hey!
Hook shot!
Don't worry, pedestal's still available. Just settle down in chat.
Yeah, there's still one item that can be on the pedestal that's of value, and that's the ice rod. Anything else is either useless or not able to be on the pedestal for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Well, there is one other possibility, because we don't know what medallions are required for Total Rock yet. And if it's Bombos could be on the pedestal.
That's just... Now we're being sadistic.
It's what we do best!
Yeah, we're not the ones running this seed. This is what you get. You sign up for races, and then you sign up. Oh yeah, no, I'll be fine with other people watching me stream this.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. We do have a lot of big items coming up, because with this, we've opened up a ton of locations on both East Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain. So expect a lot of items coming up here, starting off with the Paradox Cave. 7 items in this cave alone. If we're going to find something, this would be a good place to do it.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the locations I put my money on. This is going to have something of value. And then, obviously, disappointment. But this late in the seed, I don't think is going to be...
Oh, you got red mail.
Yeah, we got Coward Armor. Wow. Actually, it's still worth having the red mail at this point. With 10 hearts, everything still deals quite a lot of damage. So it just means that you're not actively looking for your heart containers anymore, which is great, because here's a piece of heart. And the
butter sword.
Oh, and there's the hammer. That's eluded everyone.
Oh. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
this seed just opened up wide.
Yeah, Chisame only had 9 hearts. That's my bad. I couldn't count. Wow. You pass your degree and then you suddenly forget how maths work. Terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. I forget. Ah, and then suddenly you have to hand your degree back over.
And we got triple bombs on the floating island, so that's useless. But we're gonna find out what medallion's required for Turtle Rock. If it's Ether or Quake, we're good. If it's Bombos, the hunt is on.
Yeah. Now here's the thing as well. We got how many items in quick succession, which are very useful.
Oh no!
We found the hookshot and we found the hammer. So finding those two in combination has opened up so many locations. That's actually really bad now. Because now you have to check all the locations that have suddenly opened up. That's the problem. You find too many items in quick succession and suddenly you have too many things to check.
Oh, silvers!
Yeah, one of each. 1 wooden arrow, 1 silver arrow. There you go. And Wayne's quick on the heels as well. Just picked up his hammer and butter knife as well.
Well, at the very least, we know Ganon's not going to be too much trouble. They've got butter sword and silver arrows along with red mail. They are set, as Chisame now heading into the hookshot cave. Let's see. We've got a piece of heart. It's certainly not too bad, all things considered. We've got big 20. That's useless. We got another big 20. We don't need any more money, game.
Yeah, keep doubling them up.
And
that's not double.
Don't need any more money.
What is this? So yeah, 340 rupees worth of disappointment.
So that leaves us with Spiral Cave and Spike Cave. Now that that's actually opened up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, now I gotta run Spiral Cave. Thankfully, with boots, we do not need to get our resident sleepers out.
Yeah, we get to go through this quickly. And so long as we don't hit any Bari on the way, we're not getting zapped either.
No, nicely done there by Chisame, and gets a single rupee for...
Yay, pennies!
Wow!
Who needs pennies? Canada says you don't. You just decide you don't need to make them anymore.
I kind of almost want to do my Proton John impression. Game!
Yeah, that feels right. He's being a nuisance right now. Not the fun kind. Yeah, but yeah, that's true as well. We have hammer and hook shots, so that's the full desert. Desert? Swamp. Same place, different type of water
swamp
environment.
Yeah.
And we haven't said or seen any hints to the contrary saying, by the way, you might want to go to the west side. So it could be a full clear. They might go west wing of swamp and be sad. Or they could, do the whole dungeon and then find out that there is an important item on the west wing of swamp and then be even sadder.
Indeed,
What would
let's
you rather
see.
have, the sadness now or the sadness later?
Either way, you're going to be sad. You might as well just get it over with, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, we're already sad. We found the hook shot and it gave us the hammer, and now there's too many locations. Rawr! It's terrible. Frankly, terrible.
Alright, so at this point, the main things we're looking for are 3 things. The Bombos Medallion to get in Turtle Rock, and the 2 rods, fire and ice.
That's actually funny. I've just remembered a seed I once had where we went into the west wing of swamp. We found fire rod on one side, ice rod on the other. That would actually be funny. Finding both rods on the west side of swamp. It could happen. It could happen too.
It could.
I'm fairly sure that's happened in like multiple seeds as well. They go to swamp into the Maya shed. And, oh, here's a fire rod. Oh, here's an ice rod. They were at the same location all along.
Yeah, there's a lot of locations that have 2 items right next to each other, and they can both have
Just paired.
rods.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's really start digging into Swamp Palace here. We already found 1 item, which of course was the lamp early on, but let's see what else this swamp has to hide. And there's an empty bottle, so that's 1.
Yeah, that's another glass vase. And we're going straight through to the back. So forget the west side for right now. We will go back there later.
Yeah. I mean, odds are good there's going to be an item on the left side, since we've still got 4 items to find in Swamp. And while there is a lot of item locations here, there's a good chance a lot of them could be dungeon items, since we have not found any of them yet.
Yeah. It's very annoying. There are no like extra small keys after you get the first one in the lobby. So if you're getting a perfect RNG, then you go straight through and you leave the map of the compass and the big key behind. Semi-perfect, you find the big key, and the big key lets you have the item in the big chest, and you leave the map and compass behind. And there's a compass, so at least 1 potential item over on the left side. We also got the fire shield.
Yep, we got the red shield, so not too bad there. We've got 2 more items we can potentially find. There's the shovel!
Well, we saw the digging game before, and that had a decent item, so maybe the shovel still has an item. Maybe that hint was for 2 things. You never know.
Anything's possible with Randomizer. Alright, time for Argus here for Chisame. Thankfully, with Butter Sword, this is going to be a joke.
You could do this with Tempered Sword as well. It's really quick. Just hold your sword out and then chop them all down as they come towards you. And it makes Argus sad. So he has a hissy fit. He jumps up into the ceiling.
And then we just give him a silver for his troubles, and he's dead. And he drops the map, so there's 2 items on the left side.
Yeah, we still haven't seen the big key, so it's either going to be 2 items or 1 item and a big key, and then you have to check the big chest, which makes you even sadder because it wastes more time. Terrible. No pasta in the chat. Only copy pasta allowed.
Oh, now you've just made the Great Papyrus sad.
No, he can get his own spaghetti. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But also, I ate before he restarted, and now I'm hungry again. Curses! What are you doing to me, chat? You're gonna make me fat. Terrible. Actually terrible. So,
And of course, Chap pointing out another big thing we have available now is we have that hammer now. Guess what just opened up to us?
well, there are a lot of things that just opened up, but hammer pegs is interesting.
How about big chest and thieves?
I mean, if you want to win the game.
Yeah. That troll is still hanging over them like the sword of Damocles.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, I mentioned this earlier, and then it is a thing which may actually happen, and then even the streamer forgot about it. For goodness sake. You bring something up, and then half an hour later, you've already forgotten what you said.
Okay, so I hope these two are gonna be heading off here. We're gonna finally see what's on left side swamp. And Wayne's right behind him. Alright, moment of truth time for Chisame. What is over here? We've got 2 items. One of these is gonna be the big key unless it's locked in its own chest. We have, well, never mind, there's the big key.
Well, only 2 locations, so we guaranteed at least 2 items.
What do we got? Blueberries.
Yep, disappointment in 1, and then we've got the big chest to give us, you know, either an item or more disappointment. Or both. Both is good.
All right, moment of truth. What is in the big chest? Half magic.
I wouldn't say no to it.
But it's just not what they're looking for.
No, it's not. It's like, it's like here, have some flowers for your trouble. Oh, thanks very much. How's that going to kill me? That boss over there. It's very nice, thank you, but terrible.
All right, so Chisame gotta be heading off, taking the hint, going to check the dig spot.
Half magic is better than nothing. Correct. I would definitely take half magic over nothing.
Oh, we've got Ice Rod!
That hint did work for both of those digging locations. Okay.
And
there we are. That's the most difficult one.
Yeah, it is. That is the one item that can be located almost everywhere except for Trinex. And of course, getting sour. So yeah, that's the lucky break there, and that means we are down to 1 possible item on the pedestal. If we don't find Bombos, that is the only thing that could be possibly there.
Taking my suggestion and going for the hammer pegs as well.
Not a bad call, especially since they're going to have to run back.
I mean, the check has the item's name in it as well. Hammer pegs. Oh, I have the hammer. Maybe I should do that. You know? That's why Thieves Town Big Chest is out of the way, because you forget it doesn't have hammer in the name.
And in Hammer Peg Cave, we find... Oh. Yes, Kate O'Brien! But they're going to skip it.
Yeah. We'll leave it there for someone else to find. We can't have all the items. That's just being greedy.
And Chisame is heading into Thieves Town, gonna check the big chest. All right, well, since this is gonna take a minute and we've already covered most of this, I'll be back in just a moment.
This is where both the broadcasters leave the stream and let chat do their own thing. Wait, what? Absolutely not. We can't let that happen. So we have ZZ Cube and Lyra in the mountain area, and they've just found out that it's Bombos, and they haven't got it, and they're going to be sad too. Paradox, pedestal, Bombos on tablets, perhaps. Yeah, it's definitely true. we still don't know where the Fire Rod or the Bomb Boss Medallion is, so Ice is out. Turtle Rock is out. There is an item in the back of Skull Woods, no Fire Rod, so that's out. So we are looking for Bomb Boss, and then Fire Rod can be, well, anywhere after that point.
Okay, I'm back.
Skull Woods, so there we go.
And just in time, it looks like Blaine's gonna pick up some Panda Burna. What's in the big chest? A heart container.
Well, it was always an important item until you went and actually checked it. Oh well. So I think we're okay right now, because I think Pedestal has now been taken out of the logic, having found the Ice Rod.
Nope, Bombos.
Bombos
Bombos is still in play.
Oh no, Bombos could still be there. The Fire Rod definitely can't, but
no.
The Bombos still can be there.
Yeah, Fire Rod is still, cannot be in Pedestal because you need it for Skull Woods, which is a pendant. But Bombos, since it is one of the required medallions, could be on Pedestal. But there's still one last place to check. Well, two last places. We're going to check Spike Cave, and then there's Pod.
If you didn't need the Fire Rod for the boss of Turtle Rock, you could actually get by with just the Bomb Boss medallion for both, which is... That's what makes this even more rude, is that you actually need it to kill bosses. What a world.
Indeed. Blaine and Chisame heading into Spike Cave around the same time. They know something big's here.
Hey!
And there it is! Fire Rod!
So that opens up everything apart from Turtle Rock, which still needs the Bomb Boss medallion. So the Pedestal dream is still alive, currently.
But barely. Though honestly, the next play, now that they've got the Fire Rod, and Chisame's going for it, Ice Palace!
Yeah, when you look at this, there are 2 pendant dungeons and 2 crystal dungeons. One of those crystals you don't have access to at all, and the other one you can complete right now. So, yeah, crystal away. I'll take crystal number 6, please. Bomb Boss is the go mode item, correct?
Indeed.
Heart of Magic requires the hammer, correct? I love those hints where they just confirm what you've just done. It's amazing.
I know,
It's
right?
like they have post-cognition. The post-cognitive. They're reading the game and then telling you what you've already done. It's amazing. Book on pedestal to Bomb Boss on tablet. Yes, we haven't discussed that. Book on the pedestal to... The only way to access Ether or Bomb Boss tablet is with the book. That would be even worse. That's another fetch quest involved.
Oh, yeah.
Man, chat is evil today.
Chat's evil every day. I'm used to this. That's the norm. I'd be more scared if they weren't being vindictive.
Well, you heard it here first. Just remember me in the upcoming revolution that I wasn't the one who said that. Chat will take over the world one day.
Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's just I know that's what to expect from these guys.
Ice Palace is also the second 5/6 crystal, so Pyramid. Oh, come on! You can't be that evil! You have to have at least some restraint. But that is true. That after they complete Ice Palace, that is the second red crystal, which gives us access to the orange bomb, which gives us the Pyramid Fairy. Here's where we add extra spice and just suddenly spring on them. Oh, by the way, this is actually all dungeons instead of just defeat Ganon, so where's that Aka 1 fight that we were promised at the very beginning? Hint, hint. No. I'm only joking, this is only defeat Ganon, so Aka 1 isn't required, but yeah. I mean,
Doc, I'm sensing
if one of the runners decides that they're too far ahead and want to do it for the funsies, I mean, they're welcome to.
Question, Doc, I got some fries over here. Would you like to pour some of that salt on those?
Yeah, I'm not cried enough yet, but I'm fairly sure that after the seed, after we're done commentating, I'll be able to facilitate that.
Let's see what else we find here. There's a bloopy there for Chisame.
So, giving the bomb jump, going straight across, and checking the other hint tile. The other hint tile. There are 3 in here. The hookshot's invisible man. Congratulations. the post-cognitive powers of this seed are on top. They're just on par. Way too good. Stop shaking the robot. It's not a salt or pepper shaker. Incorrect! The hints are insulting. That is correct, though.
No argument there.
This is about average. Sometimes it comes up to some really choice hints, really powerful. They tell you where all the good items are. The only problem is you've already had that item for half an hour and you're trying to find out where that one last item is. And then it tells you a unique item is in the sewers. We're playing standard. We did that 6 minutes into the game. Come on.
Yeah, there's the map. We're still I think we're still one item short here in Ice Palace, which is what they're looking for now. They're hoping that's the Bombos medallion because that's all they need. There's the compass. It looks like the last item there's 2 locations left in this. Oh no, there's still the big chest because they haven't checked that yet.
Yeah. I think this is okay though. You can go back to that big chest and you're fine after that because we've already done. Oh, Sanctuary Heart. Happy. But yeah, it seems it's weird that we're now at this point where Wayne and Cheesebear are pretty much at the same point, having done completely different routes, and now we're still at the same neck and neck point.
Yeah, they're pretty much. Yeah, they're almost in sync right now. And just blueberry. So that's it for Ice Palace. We know.
They missed a letter out. We were hoping for Bomb Boss, and he said, "Oh, you're hoping for bombs? Ah, yeah, we've got those." No. The game is bad at spelling.
All that's left is Cold Stare.
We need this anyway because of the crystal, so it's not all bad, even if he's got a bad item. But
this means that the only 2 locations left are both pendant dungeons. Because all that's left, according to my tracker, are Pod and Skull.
Yeah, they didn't finish Pod.
Oh, actually, no. Pyramid Fairy. We still have Pyramid Fairy available.
Yeah, Pyramid Fairy just became available having killed Ice. And, you know, they're neck and neck when they're doing the same pose. It's amazing. Yeah, so Pyramid Fairy is now available. Both the pendants are now available. The only thing which isn't available is Turtle Rock, and, well, actually that's nice though, because Turtle Rock is the Gomo dungeon, and it's the dungeon which is closest to Ganon's Tower, so it's going to be a very hot race once people start headed over that way.
Dana, no, chat, I did not roll this seed. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, we don't want, you know, the casters getting their grubby hands on the seed. It makes it... Well, you end up like this. Actually, who did roll the seed? We might have to have a word in my office.
I'm pretty sure that was likely Fear Agent. But yeah, one thing about me is that, yeah, my mere presence alone can cause trolley seeds even if I didn't roll it. Which has been kind of a trend, but...
Yeah,
and I'm amazed that runners have not refused to let me cast their runs because of that. But here we are.
Yeah, we might be put back on the reserve bench and left for a while until. Hold up.
Oh, Chisame with the clever trick. I had a feeling that's what Chisame was doing. Yeah, run past it far enough and the bomb will respawn.
On top
allowing them to dash and get a little bit ahead. Nicely done.
I've not seen that before. I knew that that was a possibility, but I haven't actually seen it in practice before. That is...
Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. There's a piece of heart and a heart container. Pyramid Fairy is a bust.
Oh, dear.
That means one of 3 possibilities. Pod, Skull, or Pedestal.
Oh dear. The choices are limiting now, and none of them are good. We've already done all the nice ones. It's like we had too much to check, and now we have not many good options to check. This throne goes through a loop. There's like, have all the options, then have no options, then you got the hammer and the hook shot. Have all the options again, and now we've got... Oh dear. Yeah.
We have before pedestal we have 3 item locations because we've got Helmosaur, the 2 items in the back of Skull, which includes Mothula, and pedestal. So we've got 4 spots left. 25% chance of a pedestal seed right now. And we're about to clear both of them very quickly because Chisame is in pod while Blaine is in Skull.
Ooh. So here's where we might have one runner get ahead. If it's pedestal, then we might converge back to a very close race again, but here's a route diversion which is going to make or break
the thing. If it's pedestal, if it is on pedestal, Chisame has the advantage because they're going to be able to check pedestal immediately after completing Skull, whereas Blaine's going to have to go back after completing pod. So I think this is advantage Chisame. Unless Bombos is in Skull. We're going to find out soon. There's the big key. Oh, we missed a spot. Big chest and Skull wasn't in play.
Oh.
That opens up another location.
That's going to be interesting. There's also the chat's recommended suggestion as well. Because we don't have the book, we can't check the pedestal. So if we don't find the book in any of these places, we can find the book on the pedestal. And then it's pot luck. Which one do you go to? Ether or Bombos tablet? That's the real play.
I've seen that happen before. I've calmed a seed where that's happened. Where they had to blind pull the pedestal and it ended up being in the book. And they had to hack the tablets to get it. Alright, so Mothula up here for Blaine.
Someone didn't tell the person when they were randomizing the seed. We were playing standard mode, not 100% mode.
Right? Alright, what does Mothula drop? Just a big 20.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Green pendant we know is a heart container, I think it said.
Something like that, yeah.
Heart. And we've had so many locations where the single item locations have been trash, and we know that our players are not going to pick them up. Like Mimic Cave is a heart container. Irrelevant.
And
because
pod is also a bust. So, oh good God. This could be happening, folks. But here's the thing. Blaine missed out on Big Chest of Skull. Then again, I think that might have already been a dungeon item, so that's out.
Yeah, I think that we've already seen both items in Skull now, so the Big Chest is irrelevant. It's not
ladies and gentlemen, it's official. We can now call it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pedestal seed.
Wow, what a world. We didn't even think this was possible.
No doubt.
We were hoping for Agate 1, we got something better. We got this. We got this complete mess.
There is no doubt in our minds at this point. It has to be on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's right. Raise the pedestal hype in the chat. That's,
Because, yeah, Big Chest has to be a dungeon item, and we've already checked both the remaining dungeons. Everything's been full cleared. There's no other locations it can possibly be.
Wayne hasn't checked the Big Chest in Thieves Town. Correct. Leaving that for a rainy day, he's going to be disappointed. It's a long check, and it's not going to pay off either.
Which is why I said before, if it was on pedestal, advantage Chisame, and this proves it.
Yeah. Just skipping on through to the back. Probably not going to check the chest. Just go straight to Mothula at this point. That's the suggestion I would make. You don't care about that chest. If you find the item on Mothula, you just leave. And if you don't, you get a pendant out of it anyway. So, Blaine, what are you doing now? Flute's coming out. And
probably gonna fly over to pod, because that's the only thing he hasn't done yet. It's all anything he can do at this point.
So, chat, I want your opinion now. What do they find? Did they find Bombos, or did they find Book? The answer, of course, is Fries.
Spike Cave had Fire Rod.
So people are saying
for Book.
Book. Someone voted for Ice Rod. Yeah.
No,
We've already got the Ice Rod, but it could be the Ice Rod again. We never know.
But we're about to find out one way or the other because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Chisame is going to immediately mirror over and head on in. Get your hype, get your peds in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so excited.
Let's see what's on the pedestal.
And
it is Bombos!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Go Mode just shy of 100 minutes into the seed. Chisame is officially in Go Mode.
Or as I like to say, hello, ladies and gentlemen, if you check your phones, your watches, your timekeeping devices at this time, you will find that Chisame has now entered Go Mode time.
I have chills now.
I'm good at this.
It's so good. So there is literally nothing left to check. We have red armor, we have silver arrows, we have the butter knife, we have Bombos. We have everything that we need to complete this dungeon seed. We're going to be leaving this seed very quickly as well. Turtle Rock is the dungeon closest to Ganon's Tower, so once we get to Trinex, we're going to have some fun, because at that point, we will be playing the game. Oh boy.
And here's the kicker. I'm looking in our SRL chat right now. Nobody has done yet. We are still looking at a potential first place winner here with Chisame.
That would be something. Having a first place not only in the race but also on the stream.
And yeah, because we've got and that's the chances of 50-50 because we've got a lot of good runners behind the scenes. I mean, we've got guys like Al Minster, we use Killer App and many others, so there's a good chance, but still.
Where was Bombos? Bombos was on the pedestal. And Wayne's going to be headed there shortly after killing Helmasaur King, which is a trivial deal. Butter knife, best sword in the game.
Right. And here we go. Now the thing is, yeah, Chisame is going to easily go mode this because all they need to look for are keys. They only need to find the big key, and then they are ready to go. And grab whatever small keys along the way.
Yeah, this half of the dungeon, you're guaranteed to get the big key by the time you get to the chest, which is in the middle of the lava pit, which is terrible, because you don't want the big key to be in its vanilla chest. If it's there, then you can't do a little skip further ahead. We want to be able to get as many keys as possible. If we steal a key as well, not having to visit the lava chest, then there is the option that we don't have to visit Laser Bridge at all, which is very quick. We don't want to be chested. There's 4 chests over there. We don't want to find a small key over there. We want to be able to fight Trinex as quickly as possible. Book in Turtle Rock. Could happen. Oh wow, we've got the mirror shield.
Yeah. And Blaine now pulling the pedestal, about to get their medallion.
It's in the right place. You can burninate that pedestal if you weren't behind. It's like, I'm just going to burn it all down. I've got the medallion to do it now. You gave it to me. So that's our second go mode on the stream. Wayne has the medallion and is now headed over to Turtle Rock as well. Checking in with ZZ Cube and Lyra as well. Lyra's headed into the back of Palace of Darkness right now. Helmasaur is on the menu. ZZ Cube making his way through Ice Palace. Vitreous is the target there.
Also, we should note Chisame has found the big key in Turtle Rock, so it is full-on go mode time.
Yeah, we're going to look at the stealing of the key right now, and then we hope that by the time we get to the back before the dark room, we still have 1 key in our possession. See, the pokey is annoying, and, well, he dies anyway, so we're able to get this. There's the key.
I think at this point, it's unless Chisame royally has a royal mistake or something goes horribly wrong, Chisame is going to win the race, at least as far as our feature runners. The question is going to come down to, will Chisame be our top runner overall, or is somebody else ahead of him, and we don't know?
we don't know. It's going to be interesting. Of course, in the Firefly sense of the word, oh god, we're all going to die. But yeah, it's going to be fun nonetheless. And there is the small key. Laser bridge is out, not required.
And if you don't have to do it, you will not do it. And there
Absolutely
is
not.
literally no reason for Chisame to do laser bridge right now. That has got to be a big relief off their back.
You have to be sitting comfortable at this point. You have half magic available. You have the best armor in the game, the best sword in the game. That you have to be supremely confident going into this.
They've even got the mirror shield for crying out loud. They are armed to the teeth. You know, yeah, like you said, butter sword,
powder,
red mail, gold mirror shield, silver arrows. You cannot be more prepared for this.
Yeah, they go to walk into the Ganon's fight and it's like, I'm going to defeat you again. Oh my lord, how many weapons do you have? You're not meant to have this many. My minions have done me no service. Ah!
And here we go with Trinex.
Comfortable fight. You only need to hit them 3 times.
Very well done there. And this could be a very quick Trinex point phase 2 fight here.
And that was it. So entering the fight. Hold on. That is correct. We do not use the bot for the dailies for the big key game, but you're still welcome to guess a number in the chat. So,
indeed,
it's time to play the game. If you want to like to play the game, all you need to do is type a number between 1 and 22 in the chat, and we are guessing where, oh where, in Ganon's Tower is the big key. Let's find out together. What would your guess be, good sir?
I don't guess these games anymore. I've never been come close to half these, so I've just given up trying. I'll let the chat have their fun.
Well, my guess, as always, is 12. It's kind of a thing at this point.
Too bad Red Armor beat you to the punch on that call.
Yeah, but he's not the one commentating, so I overrule him. J'accuse! He stole my thing. Terrible.
Indeed. Well, let's get the count. Get guesses are done. Let's get this game underway. Let's find out where that big key's gonna hide. We're gonna start off on the right side here for Chisame. Number 1, compass. Number 2, 50 rupees. So already, Fear Agent, you're out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go left side. There is no option there, no small key. So you have to keep on. Well, you could do the tile room, but then it's the tile room. Everyone hates doing that. Red rupee on Bob's torch, so Bob gets to live today because no one's gonna pick that up. That does count though. That's 3.
That's 3. Yep. And I know some people called that one as well. Yeah, Nissan Alex 92, you're out because you called Bob's torch. All right, number 4.
Wrong size.
Small key. Number 5. Big 20. Number 6. 50 rupees. Number 7. Through here. Small key.
Yep. We've got 3 keys, all the wrong size.
Indeed. Lyra now picking up their Bombos medallion there from the pedestal as we head into chest number 8 in the firebar room. Just a big 20.
This dungeon likes its big 20 so far. It wasn't lying when it said there was some money in Ganon's Tower. Wow.
All right, on to the fire snake room for chest number 9.
Nice damage avoidance with the hook shot there, but still wrong size.
Still haven't found it. So number 9 is a bus onto the rando room.
Doing this normal strategy. Rando room, chest number 12 is in there, so, you know, pick the right chest in the right order, you get 12.
We'll see. Here we go. Number 10. 10 arrows. Number 11. 10 more arrows. Number 12. The book. And number 13. 10 arrows. So you and you and our Red are out.
Yeah. We got the important item though. Who cares about the big key? We found the book. That was the item we were looking for. Maybe the big key is on one of the pedestals. Who knows?
This rookie sanity, that could be true.
Yeah, the number of times is like we've played the game and the number is 0 because it wasn't found in Ganon's tower. Confusing the chat.
Alright, so on to number 14 with Bob's room. Say hi to Bob, everybody.
Hi, Bob.
And just a big 20 there as well.
Ooh, my favorite, Disney on Ice. Ooh. Almost got turned into a pancake there.
Indeed. All right, 15. 50 rupee, 16. Map, 17. Heart, piece of heart. Still. Oh. That means we are down to 5 locations.
Oh. Wayne is actually going right side, having picked up the keys. So now he's technically ahead.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
This could be interesting.
What a gamble. So then the question is, no, it's not happening. I was going to say tile room, no.
We've seen weirder things happen, my friend. We'll find out. We've got 4 other possibilities, so if it's not in this next room, then it's very well possible.
We're going to keep the numbering with Chisame because she entered the Ganon Towers game first. So, we're going to enter the compass room.
16, or no, so 18, 19, 20, 20!
Top of the door, it's number 20! Yay!
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Blaine just took the lead right out from under Chisame's nose.
Hang on. Hold up. How do we vote this one out? We continue with Chisame's number. She picked it on the first chest, so... And carry the 1. Chisame got the 17. 17, I believe.
Close enough. Still, 17 or 20, whichever one you think is the one you want.
We'll pick a range today, because we're not using the official bot, so... yeah, you can argue amongst yourselves in chat.
Actually, it was 18, not 17. 17 was Armo's highest chest.
As I said before, I can't count beyond 20. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, I forget. And then they have to take my degree away from me.
Nonetheless, Blaine now heading up the gauntlet here with Chisame right on their vine. And, ladies and gentlemen, we can now call it. We have our first place winner. Elminster has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 6 seconds.
Goodness.
I'm honestly not surprised. Elminster is a very top-tier runner. If anyone's going to win this race, I had a feeling it was going to be between him and Killer App.
Elminster is a beast, but when your first place finisher is finishing at 1:53, that's just shy of the 2 hour mark. You know the sea was difficult.
Yeah.
We're making short work of Lambo 2 and getting head up into the next part of the tower. Just ahead of Chisama's just entering the Lambo 2 fight now. This is going to be a close race. Anything could happen though.
Indeed, all it takes is one minor mistake or one, beyond control accident, and Chisame can steal it right back.
Yeah, we've had that before. It has happened where Trolldom decides to play bumper with 2 or more players at the same time. It's like, you go in the pit, you go in the pit, everyone goes in the pit. It's like Oprah, except worse.
And our winner here, Elminster, in the chat, he's like, WTF is his seat. Yeah, trust me, we've watched.
Correct.
We know.
Absolutely correct.
This seat has been crazy, I'll tell you.
They're on the same floor. Oh no, Chisame's just 1 floor behind. It's not much there. But Wayne's going to be heading into the Trolldom 2 fight. ahead, but well, we all know anything could happen.
Yep. Control arm strikes. Chisame could catch up, but with Butter Sword, that's gonna be tricky.
Oh well, no, our runners can try. They can definitely try. You know what they say about trying? It's the first step towards failure.
And he's gonna skip the inevitable conclusion.
Well, we've already found the book. We don't care about any other items.
The only thing we could actually find in there, if I'm looking at my track map items correctly, is the bug net.
Yeah, the bug net is the last unique item which we haven't found. So terrible. We're not going to be able to return it to the sick kid, even though he didn't give it to us. Hey,
and we can confirm Edium has forfeited from the race. Unfortunately, I think this one finally broke him. I'm
surprised that a few of our runners haven't already decided that enough was for today. But...
Ooh, nice triple there from Wayne.
Wow, that's such a really good fight.
That was really well done. Down goes Aga2, and now it's time for the Big Pig.
Chisame not too far behind. First wave of the double. And, oh. Ah.
Not quite.
No, Aghanim decided to be a troll, but it could happen. The triple! Another 3 cycle.
Oh, amazing. Baby, a triple!
We're just a goose's flight away from having a race dream here.
This is getting insane here as Boyne starts his fight with Ganon. Boyne's could be very well looking at second place here.
Yeah, each of these phases you only need 6 hits with the Golden Sword. It's much nicer than having to do it with the Temper Sword is 12 hits. And the Master Sword, you have to spin attack him 12 times, which is even worse.
Oh, yeah.
So, clean, nice work with phase 1 and 2. Getting phase 3 out the way as well. Swapping over to the Silver Arrows in preparation. Going to get some quick early hits into phase 4. You only need 4 Silver Arrows, and down goes the pig. That looks like a 2 to me. And that was the torch as well, so 3. And 4, and that is
yeah, that is bacon. We're just gonna wait for Blaine to enter the room here. And Chisame right behind.
Same strategy.
Blaine enters the room and finishes in second place overall with a time of 1:57.27.
Chisame looking to be hot on the heels though, looking like that's going to be a 1:57 finish as well. An amazing run from both of our runners there. And that's time for Chisame as well. 1:57.
1:57.48. Amazing. That was really close.
And chat can rejoice because we defeated Dr. Wily. Wow. He wasn't even in this game. It's amazing.
And we can also confirm SAGTG finished in 4th place with 1:58.01 and Killer App 23 in 5th place with 1:58.36. All right, we've invited Chisame and Boyne to join us here in the call. We'll be waiting to hear from them shortly. Actually, Chisame is in the chat right now. Chisame, you're welcome to join us here in the call if you like. And we also confirm Eluce24 takes 6th place with 1:59.20. All right, let's get both of our runners in here real quick. And we have both Boyne and Chisame joining us here in the call. GG to both of you guys.
Hey, everybody. GG's Chisame.
GG's Boyne.
Yeah, that was. Well, let's ask you. How did you think that went?
I thought that was great. I enjoyed the heck out of this seed, personally.
If only I didn't die in Eastern, I would have beaten you, Blaine, unless you didn't die.
If only I didn't triple dip Misery Mire. Feels good.
Actually, you know what? Actually, it was a small thing, and honestly, it wasn't even a mistake on your part. It's a simple decision. You went to the left side. After you went right to left, he went straight right side.
But
And that was the difference maker.
Ew.
Yeah, did Stalfos room to right side because of exactly that situation. Like, I like to guarantee those 4 right side chests if I go right. Really pays off when the keys are laid out like this. Feels good. But, sometimes it's a little bit of a waste.
Up to a certain point, we were actually following you practically exactly the same place, and then one of you decided, I'm going to go to Skull Woods first, and the other said, I'm going to finish Palace of Darkness first. And then we had that route divergence. We had no idea who was going to get to the pedestal first. And then it came back to Ganon's Tower, and then it converged again, and now the race is really, really hot.
Yeah, I really was never ready to commit to the pedestal. Otherwise, I would have done at least pod into Thieves Town Big Chest into Skullwoods so that I could pull the pedestal while I was there. But with the Fire Rod was so late, I figured there was a decent chance that the second item in Skullwoods was Bombo. So I took a shot at that. But yeah, it kind of made me run back and forth between all those dungeons. When you get down to the end and you've got 4 locations left and they're all completely isolated, maybe the best way is just do it super efficiently because you have to assume you're going to do all of them. But yeah, I mean, if you saw the pedestal coming earlier than I did, you probably set it up a little bit nicer to pull.
Yeah, we're just lucky that as commentators we get to see everyone stream and sort of pool together where we think everything is going to end up. We had a guess in the chat, what are you going to find on the pedestal? Is it going to be Bomb Moss or is it going to be the book for those extra 2 location checks? Chat wanted book really desperately.
Chat probably got a little greedy because I think they got a lot of what they wanted out of this season.
Right? Yeah, you guys got a really trolly seed here. I mean, the fact that even our winner Elminster was like an hour 53 was nuts. Like that's he's usually a very fast runner. So if the seed gave him that much trouble, it was a tough one for everybody.
Yeah, they're even making plays in this seed. Like, say you galaxy brained to early first chest in Swamp and you got the lamp, wasn't a huge help because all it was going to get you was the cane, so you're still going to have to commit to picking up Quake from Pendant Pod and leaving and then going to Mire. And by the way, you were going to have to dig up the Ice Rod at some point if you managed to pull the pedestal earlier than, like, there wasn't a good way. You were doing everything or close to it in this seed, no matter what.
Yeah, this felt more like 100% than standard.
Yeah, it did not come down to, who made the one gamble versus who didn't. It didn't matter if you hit on your gamble. It didn't matter if you hit on 2 gambles. You were still probably going to have to do everything.
Yeah, I made the early Swamp dip to grab Lamp, and I didn't feel like it was leading to anything. But, you find out an hour later that it was required, but you also find out an hour later you clear the map. It doesn't mean too much.
Yeah, absolutely. It was funny because like I was running my own tracker to see where everything was, to see what you guys hadn't checked yet, and you guys, aside, the only things you guys didn't do was Sir Hostile, because you already found a hint that most of you guys found a hint that said that was not required, and Aggle 1. You literally did everything else in that map.
Yeah, last location for Lamp, last location for Fire Rod I didn't last location, but last location Lamp and last location Bombos in the entire game for me. So I assume, like a lot of people, those 2 items.
The thing was, this seed was very deceptive as well. It wasn't linear. It was here's an item. Now you can go and do your own thing for quite a while, but you're all going to have to come back to this one point eventually, because it's going to be progression blocking. And you get some items, the route opens up, you can go wherever you want, but eventually it will close back down again, and you have to go to this one place. So we're seeing a lot of different routes, but ultimately it's the same sort of path because of the way the items were set up.
Yeah, I mean, it probably made for a great race. This is the kind of seed where it's not just a straight line, where 2, 3, 4 runners can take 2, 3, 4 different paths and all find things, or at least find information. And I'm sure it was a great one to watch and a great one to commentate.
It was a lot of fun, and you guys, like, I can honestly say nobody made any bad decisions. Nobody made any big mistakes. It was just, honestly, it was pure execution from all you guys to determine who won this seed. You guys all did a fantastic job. So yeah, definitely no regrets from any of you guys.
Yeah, I hope that this was entertaining for the chat to watch as it was for us to commentate. So thank you very much for for just allowing us to watch your stream and to be on the stream, because it is a daunting thing to be up there on the stage in front of so many people. So really want to thank you for being here and for doing this race for us, because it was really entertaining.
Yeah, and thank you guys for commentating, everybody for watching.
There's a lot of that.
Indeed. And coming back to the race here for just a minute, because we see Triple Z Cube heading up the gauntlet as we speak, and Lyra Silveria, and actually doing tile room. They're gambling tile room, and we know that's not going to pay off.
Maybe we find where that net is. That's the only item in the whole game. We have no idea where the net is.
Unfortunately, Dwayne has to leave for now, but we do thank him for joining us up here. But yeah, this race was absolutely insane. Like, this is the kind of races that commentators like ourselves live for, to see these big, epic races where, yes, it's random, but everyone has an equal chance of figuring out the seed. It's going to be, it's just as tough for the hardcore veterans as it is for the newbies, and everyone has fun with it. So this is what we live for here, folks. I will mention that while we're waiting on these two to finish up here, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you give all of our featured runners here, Bwayne, Triple Z Cube, Tisame, and Lyra Silveria, a follow on Twitch for their awesome work here. And of course, our two trackers, Red Armor and Literally Jen. And of course, make sure you give a follow to myself and my co-commentator, 12th Doc. Show us all some love here. Fortunately, the bot's being a little rude tonight. It's not deciding to give us our links here. But I also will say, make sure you follow all of our channels, Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. We've got a lot of different stuff going on. We've got the Link to the Past randomizer tournament going on right now as well. We've got races going on for that. And of course, like I mentioned before, we have the Super NES Stars Marathon, a whole marathon of many different Super NES classics going on right now, happening on the main channel. You don't want to miss out on that. In fact, as of right now, they're actually getting ready for doing an Illusion of Gaia run. An Illusion of Gaia race happening right now. You don't want to miss that. It's one of my favorite games. So definitely check that out when you get the chance.
Yeah, definitely. We're all getting into a full swing of things for tournament season right now, so make sure that you're still watching Speed Gaming for all of your Speed Gaming needs. We put on these tournaments to entertain you, so let us know that you're enjoying the content which is being produced, and just keep everything tuned to the Speed Gaming Network.
Indeed. Actually, one other race we should mention is, you enjoyed this daily, we have another daily happening at 9 p.m. I don't know if that one will be restreamed or not, but if it is, it will be happening, a Triforce hunt going on at 9 p.m. tonight, so don't miss out on that.
Just checked the schedule, and it still hasn't been confirmed it's being restreamed, so hopefully that will be, because that's, again, something that most people might not have seen before. Triforce Hunt is a fun mode. So You'll definitely want to be sticking around for that. Confirmed that Thea has just confirmed in chat. There is no restream for that, which is that's a shame.
It's sad because all of these races deserve to be restreamed because they're just amazing stuff. Like you saw what happened here today. 2 of these a day plus the tournament. You'll never have enough. You'll never have too much Link to the Past randomizer. It's insane.
Yeah, we've got all of your randomizer needs covered here.
Meanwhile, Triple Z Cube finishing off Moldorm 2. No trolling here, and Cheese May is gonna be heading out as well. Cheese May, thank you again for joining us.
Until next time, take care, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. We have ZZZ Cube now headed through the Nightmare Room. He's going to be facing up against Geometry Wizard very shortly. Lyra has just finished Lambo 2 and is now climbing up to the second half of the tower. We'll see how well this Aga 2 fight goes for ZZZ Cube now.
And shout out to many of our other runners who are not being restreamed, who are joining us in the chat right now. Nya, Lush24, P-Train, all you guys. GG to all of you guys. Amazing jobs. And you can tell they had about as much fun as our featured runners did. So yeah, take that as you will.
It must have been amazing the amount of fun they had. Yeah. I think a lot of people are saying they triple dipped into Maya there. That's yeah,
understandable.
We mentioned on the stream.
Consider
You're going through all the good dips, and now you're running out of them. Now you're going on to the awful. No one likes, and you've always got like that dip in quarters. So you've got one which everyone goes for, then the other two, oh yeah, they're fine. And then there's that fourth one, the pink one, which no one ever touches. It happens at every party I've ever been to. There's like the fourth one which no one ever touches because they don't know what it is, and anyway. Cube is now entering his Ganon fight, and again, for most of our runners, they've got every upgrade under the sun that they could possibly ask for or not even want. So Cape coming out, and Ganon's going to like, what the hell happened to my health? Where did it all go?
Also, P-Train with the perfect call here. Shout out to everyone who says, quote, you shouldn't consider lamp and logic.
Correct.
Is that not the biggest lie ever? This race kind of proved that to be untrue.
Yeah, even if you eat your carrots and you can see in the dark, you might still need it for some things. Troll Dorm now finished for Lyra, but phase 4 for Cube. Oh, missed the torch glitch, but that's okay. Half Magic's still going to help out for this one. And a nice setup from Ganon, so that was a very nice kill. Time coming up shortly for him.
And with that, ZZZ Cube finishes in 11th place with an official time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 23 seconds.
Getting a Geometry Wizard fight now for Lyra, and I think that at least 4 have connected. So looking to end. Yeah, there's Aga. He died.
That takes care of Aga 2. One last time. It's time for the big pig. Time to get the fire stirred up so we can roast some pork.
Ouch. P-Train announcing, I knew where the lamp was in Swamp, but I didn't go there. Not touching Mai without Cane or Fire Source. Ow.
But it won't make that mistake again.
Comfy
Hey, still,
cave. Wow.
Still, you made top 10. You can't complain too much, man. You did good. And rest assured, for anyone who wonders, yes, anything I say about other runners and how good they do, trust me, I know I come from a place where I wouldn't do any better. I'd probably do much worse than any of these runners because I don't speed run. I suck at it.
Even with the speedrun aspect, you suddenly go into a racing aspect, you find yourself doing things you wouldn't normally even consider. So
exactly.
Leaving Sanctuary, you sometimes have this normal route, oh, I'm going to go up north, I'm going to go around the Lost Woods, I'm going to come into Cac Village. And then in a race scenario you go, well, everyone's going to do that, so maybe I should go south first. And then suddenly you're making plays which you didn't even think that you were going to be making. And everything changes in a race.
Indeed. And now ZZZ Cube joining us here in the channel. GG, my friend.
Yo, I want my money back.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for a randomizer, man. This is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got nothing. I have nothing to add to that.
This has to be the worst seed I've ever played, for sure. I can't think of another one like that's even close.
Indeed. And lastly, we can now confirm that Lyra Severia has finished in 13th place with a time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Oh boy. Yeah, the seed was it was definitely a piece of work.
Fury Agent's like, I thought this was a great seed. Yeah, you would. You rolled it.
Yeah, I mean, where do you want to start? I couldn't have screwed it up a whole hour, so.
You did fine. And
got
meanwhile,
plenty of things to talk about.
we got Lyra joining us here in the channel. GG. I think their mic's working.
I forgot I was still on push to talk. GG.
It happens. It happens. Still, GG to you.
I'll admit that I lost track of what I was doing about an hour 40 in, and the pedestal pull was intended to be a meme for chat, and that it ended up being the right thing to do.
Trust me, you should have seen us when we were watching Boyne and Chisame when we realized, oh, this is actually going to be a pedestal seed. Holy cow. That's how it always works. You joke about it, and then it actually happens like, oh, crud. This is actually a thing now.
Yep. We were hoping for Aga 1, and it didn't happen because people found the Moon Pearl eventually, and it's like, oh, well, I'm sure that there's something will happen from this seed, and it will make up for it. Overkill seed. Overkill. That was terrible.
So, what were your overall thoughts on the seed otherwise? Both, that goes for both of you.
Well, I was coming into this expecting it to be a disaster, and I was not disappointed. Because my warm-up run before this was 1 minute within my PB, like, ever. So that was my good run, so this is the disaster that everyone's going to be watching me play.
Wow. Truth hurts.
Hey, you know what? I look at it this way. You made top 15. You made it in the top half of the run. You didn't do half bad for yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much.
And I had lost what I was doing, and I was like, oh, well, let's just do something to entertain people. And then when I realized that pedestal was the correct thing to do, because I was like looking at my map, and it's like, I got Ice Palace and Turtle Rock left. So if this is right, I might actually catch up. And then it was, and I was laughing really hard, and I really shouldn't have. I lost my train of thought. That's pretty much this whole run. What the hell am I doing? What's this button here?
Yeah, that was kind of like my commentating. Who am I? Where am I? What's going on?
He's not wrong. That was pretty much how he was this whole race.
Yeah, I think I was like, oh, I'll go to pod, I'll go to some Dark World thing, and I forgot I didn't have the hammer 7 times? Somewhere around there.
To be fair, that hammer was very elusive. Like, you had to get hook shot off of Vitreous to go to East Death Mountain just to get the dang thing.
And to do that, you had to get the lamp out of First Chest Swamp.
Exactly. Like, we were telling this to the others earlier, is like, this seemed like a very open seed while it was actually linear in many ways, because it's like, yeah, here's this item, and opens up all these locations. You only need to go to this one obscure spot to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's open in the sense that you can go find a bunch of garbage.
Exactly.
That's what we're getting at, yes.
Yeah, and the hints were appropriately unhelpful in this seed, too. I think the first one I found is some caches in Ganon's Tower. Like, thanks, game.
Yeah.
It seemed like every hint told you about the item you just found.
Yeah, the game's post-cognition was absolutely spot on. It's like, here's an item you found. Oh, thank you for telling me. The item I already...
Yeah, the first hint in Tower of Hera. The Tower of Hera big key's firelocked. Okay, I guess I'll come back later.
Yeah, thank you. Let me just pick up my small key and leave. Oh dear. Yeah, not even green hints. That is like all the hints were rubbish, and they weren't even troll hints.
Yeah, they weren't intentionally garbage. They just ended up having to be because where they were placed. Oh man. Yeah, I don't, but still, again, you guys did a pretty good job. I mean, you came in under 2:30, and considering that even our top runner just barely broke 2 hours, was just barely under 2 hours, that's still pretty impressive. So again, I say, don't beat yourself up over it. You did good.
Oh yeah, no, anything with close to 2 hours on this is a win, because holy crap, this seed.
Yeah, it was just a mess of the seed. So thank you for allowing us to watch in on your on your exploration of 100%. But yeah, thank you very much. It was really entertaining for us to watch, for the chat to watch, and for us to commentate. So thank you.
Indeed. Like we said before, folks, make sure you give all 4 of our runners, Blaine, ZZZ Cube, Chisame, and Lyra Severia, a follow on Twitch. Show some love for these amazing runners for putting on such a fun race. And again, make sure you also give a follow to our 2 trackers, Red Armor and Literally Jen. And of course, myself and my co-commentator, 12th Doc. Doc, it has been a pleasure to work with you, my friend.
Yeah, it's been absolute fun. I've had a laugh from beginning to end, and I'm sure that a lot of people in the chat, they've had a good time as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we'll definitely be doing this again in the future. But in the meantime, make sure you guys also give a follow to all the Speed Gaming channels. Like I said, Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Follow all the things that are going on. We've got more races all day long from all different games, so don't miss out on any of it. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for tuning in as always. On behalf of everyone here in the Speed Gaming Network, my name is The Shades, and we will see you guys next time. Rock on!